All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
You ready? Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go, G.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, here's Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the ready.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34.
Hey, high 7.
Back to throw here. He's got it to James White. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We go! Ken Lobo. Come on, go. Get it.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Something must not seem right to Locke here, so he steps back and calls timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check the backer. 80 weapon. Now.
On 1st down, Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kyle Van Noy gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Jamie Collins, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
60 Pittsburgh. 56. Ready? Shoot.
Clock now on 1st down. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
To throw it is Locke. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
47.
They'll drop the throw. Got a man open. That's Harry. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
60 outlaw.
On 3rd down, Michelle, and he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Motion. Reset. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On the ground is Michel. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Clock will try again on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
I know you felt that one.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Catch is made by Harry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check your hot read.
1st down, here's White. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On the ground, this is Michel. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Ready. 50, plant. Check, 47. Pilot, 64, weak.
1st and 10.
Down.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
70, Indy.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Slam, slam, slam.
Deep rip, deep rip.
And they will run it with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes our score 17-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
They're running it. Check safety, check safety.
Protein spill.
On 2nd and 12, block. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the set.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch 98, watch 98.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
34's the mic, 34's the mic. He's coming. Check in, check in.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Strip that ball.
They'll run it. This is Michel. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. On the ground, Michel. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. This one taken from the 7. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll look to throw here. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now Michel. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready. 8, read.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
This is Michel on the counter. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Michel. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete to Dorsett. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Back to throw. Got his man. That's Harry. Well, they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the...
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Seth DeValve, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
An attempt at a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot, and he got that one all wrong. That goes almost directly out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted inside the 25-yard line.
Ready? 60 or.
Check, 47. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On 1st down, Michelle. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Big series right here.
Blue draw quarter.
Switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd down now. Michelle, and a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Set up. 18 Gator. Go, go.
Check. 47's the mic. 47.
Go.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. N'Keal Harry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run by Lindsey. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. To throw on 3rd down. Lock. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Michel. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. It's complete. James White. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first. And that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down. Have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Michelle. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you. I got you.
And it's Michelle once again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, G.
On the handoff, it's Michelle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Ready?
Again, this is Michelle. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
56. Oh, you got D?
Snap.
Now on 2nd and 16. Locke in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Lawrence Guy forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way up to the 49. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards.
1st down, Denver.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Making the catch, it's Winfrey. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Locke. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set 50, plant.
Mike 47, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Justin Simmons on the tackle. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Pats, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
the coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. Let's send it down to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the call.
Thank you, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. We're still without a score, tied at 0. You have the ball on your own 35-yard line. First and long. The Patriot offense set to go as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Brady's throw there complete, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Got a man. It's Randy Moss. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Brady to throw again. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Brady going to throw. It's caught. This is White. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Brady now on 3rd and goal. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. Your opponent has the ball on their own 25. 1st and long. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Garoppolo now. And that will be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Second, reload!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, that's complete to White. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 yards there and a first down. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. James White there to make the grab. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now Brady. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means we're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
Come on, baby. Sugar!
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
That is caught by Moss. Touchdown, New England. There you have it, another challenge and another victory. Now remember, you can always replay